Hi guys, my name's Adam. I'm a personal trainer with 20 years of experience, and BRUTEforce Australia have kindly invited me back to their studio to give a full body program and put this new machine, the ALFA, the beast, to the test. Let's go. Alright, so let's start with chest. We're going to start with a 10 rep phase, but we're going to go for a 1 second pause at the bottom. We're going to use the long bar on the Smith machine. Here we go. So we've got a 3 second eccentric, 3, 2, 1, 1 second pause, drive. 3, 2, 1, 1 second pause, drive. We're gonna go for 5 of these, and then we're gonna go for 5 normal reps, 2 to 1s. 1, 2, 2, 1, drive. All right, moving on to our second compound exercise. I love the ALFA, the fact that it's got the multi-grip attachment point. I'm going to go for a neutral grip wide and see what sort of chest stretch we can get out of this one. Here we go, 12, 10, 8, 6s. Really good stretch at the bottom. All right, get excited because BRUTEforce has just introduced me to the Converge Smith. I'm going to bring that in, and we're going to use the short handles to focus on the targeted squeeze on the middle of the chest for this time, so we can split this up. The program will change where you're doing 2 sets of wide to 2 sets of close. Check this out. Bring it down to chest height, squeeze at the top. Oh yeah. It's a good squeeze, hold that squeeze. Real slow eccentrics. Another advantage is the single arm motion. Really good for targeting equal strength gains, overworking. And always a good way to finish off is some crossovers to target the mid chest. I'm going to just use these new pivot handles and turn them slightly out, as opposed to your standard machines that you have to go generally a mid-range. We're going to lower it down to about knee height. Grab with an underhand grip. Big stretch there, great. Chest out, back straight. Squeeze to mid. Go for about 15 reps. And just think time under tension. Feel those contractions. All right, so now we're moving on to back. What I like to start with is a little pre-fatiguer, not too heavy. We're going to use the landmine attachment with the row handle and go into a couple of bent over rows. Chest out, back straight, chin up, eyes front, lift, find that right position and the right squeeze, pull up, hold, release, 2. Up, hold, release, 2. Going for about your 12 reps for 3 sets. Really good isolation for the lats I'm feeling with this squeeze. All right, so excited again. The pivot arm really comes in handy. A lot of gyms don't offer this, so looking forward to doing a single arm row to really isolate the lats and work through the lower lats. The way I'm sitting is more on the edge of the bench, one leg out. We're using the row plate here. Not too heavy, not too light. Going for higher reps, about 15. Brace your foot on the row plate, hand on the bench. Get that real good stretch through the lat to start, slight tension, and then let's go for a supinated reverse. So we're going from supinated to pronated with your grip. Oh, that squeeze. With the pivot handle out to the side. What I really love about this one is when you've done one side, just switch it straight around and you don't have to move the bench. Swap over, swap arms, swap legs. No bench movement necessary. How good's that? Oh yeah. Boom. All right, next up we're onto a wide grip lat pull down. Really pull to the chest. We're using the lat seat. We've got the anchor point set up. Go for just short of wide. Tuck your legs under and flatten your feet. Advantage is the pivot point is directly above me, so I can have a slight lean, squeeze to the chest, release. Again, really focus on that 1 second squeeze and that 2 to 3 second eccentric. Time under tension. Ooh yeah. Get that stretch at the top. Again, an advantage of the pivot is I can stretch right up full range. Love that. All right, onto one of my favorite finishes, a straight arm pull down for the back. I'm gonna use the pivot arm, lower it down so you're about eye height with the cable. Turn it in to a good angle. Nice and light with this one. Step right back, start in a bent over position, and then we're gonna pull through to the hips and raise the body slightly as we get tight in there. Oh yeah, get that stretch. Good high rep of this one. All right, so now we're going to move on to a bit of bicep supersets. I'm going to use the rope with the pivot arm. I'm going to lower that down, nice and low, get good stretch of the bicep. But exercise A, I'm going to go for a bit of a mid-range bicep curl. Start this down, basically chest to eye height. Stretch out, curl to your forehead. Exercise A, hold that squeeze at the top. Exercise B, straight into the rope, leave a bit of length so that we can get a good curl at the top. So we're starting neutral, rotating out to get that good squeeze of the curl. Just keep your elbows tucked in nice and tight. All right, let's do a tricep superset. We're gonna raise the rope up. So we've got a bit of height. And then we'll start with A as a push down. With this one, I like to lean into it, forehead, pull the elbows down and then press. Bring the elbows, keep the elbows tucked in, up just a little bit to get that extra range of motion without relying on any shoulders to do the work. Still triceps getting that stretch at the top. Then into a rope. With the rope, what I like to do is, rather than the typical pull to the sides, let's lean forward and pull right out. So your elbows are coming out on an angle directly 90 degrees, as opposed to the typical 45. Another one I like to do is overhead. We can keep the bar exactly where it is. Go for a forward transition, elbows tucked in, reach. Again, lift those elbows up high, not down low. Clear the head and get that squeeze with full extension at the top end. All right, time for a shoulder smash. We're going to use the conversions and we're going to put it at 6 degrees. It can go up to 15 degrees. But let's give this a crack. I'm looking forward to this. Control. Again, pause. 1, go for about that 12 rep range. 12, 10, 8, 6 if you're looking for strength. 12s if you're looking for hypertrophy. And not to forget, we've got single arm motion available as well. Very strict and controlled. All right, we're gonna go for a bit of an isolated exercise superset. So we're gonna go single arm lateral raise using the cable handles. Set that up. Again, about knee height. And then holding on to maybe the Smith, just raise up, control back down. Tuck yourself in nice and close to get more lean, and range of motion is just with time under tension. From there we'll go using a short bar for a frontal raise. Hold it down again. Nice range. Step in front. Bend. Front raise. Nice lean forward. Good range of motion. Time for the legs. Let's start with the compound squat. Benefits of using the safety bar attachment is if you have shoulder flexibility issues, you've got the bars to reach forward. I actually do have an old shoulder injury, so this is a huge benefit for me. Chest out, back straight, chin up, eyes front. I'm down, and the other advantage, woo, even 20s aside, that's working me, is I can lean back into it, get that direct, straight range of motion. All right, hamstrings. So let's go for a compound again. We're going for a stiff leg deadlift or an RDL. We're going to go overhand grip using the Smith, using the platform to give us a lot more range of motion. What I love about using the Smith is we can lean back into it. So we're coming down with slight bend, really hinge at the hips, forward, get that squeeze, 1 second pause, drive. 1 second pause, drive. Good, I like a nice narrow foot stance also. All right, on to some glutes. We're gonna use the safety pad from the safety bar. We're gonna go for a good range of motion with the 1 second squeeze at the top. Really engage those glutes at the top. All right, let's finish off legs with a bit of calf action. Standing calf raises using the platform and the safety bar for support of the neck. Step up. And my latest and greatest way of coaching calves is focus on the bottom end. So when we're going down, we're holding that pause at the bottom, driving up, and just focus on that real good stretch of the calves. Hold for 1 second at the bottom, drive up, stimulate more growth of the calf strength of the calves on the bottom range motion. Love that. All right, guys, well, that's a wrap. Look, what can I say? The ease of using this machine with all the attachment points available. The Converge process of the Smith machine, brilliant. The pivot points and the range of motion that I put my body through under perfect stress and time under tension, love it. What can I say? I think it's time to start this online coaching business and ramp things up. Come join me for more. Head on over to BRUTEforceAustralia.com, grab an ALFA and get better results faster.